All right. Is it working? Mm, got time to kill. Might as well put the boat in. And we came out the other day, we saw a turtle, stingray, big barracuda. Throw a boat in. Hey, what's happening? Jess Palmer, man. I'm gonna shove off right out here, man. When I went out the other day, this sea turtle right here, stingray, big ass barracuda. What up, Effie Nation? Here, let me spin you around. This is the bay right here over by my house. Nice and shallow. Come on, Willie. Here's Willie Nelson. Come on, big dog. Yeah, let's see. Can y'all see the blimp over there? Zoom. There's a blimp. It's a Lockheed Martin aerostat. They fly over there. It's always there. It's on a tether. It goes up and down. They've been flying one of them Chinese spy balloons right next to it. Willie, get on your spot. Come on, get on your spot. There we go. I went out spearfishing this morning. Shot me a nice grouper. Fixing to go home and cut that grouper up, make some grouper collars, cheeks, get the fillets sliced up, passed out to my people. Can you see the jellyfish? Willie's a good dog. He comes sailing with me. What kind of boat you got, Jess? Peanut fish. I got boxfish. I don't know if you could see them islands way out there. It's shallow all the way between here and there. Just a couple feet deep, see. That's why you don't see any boats or nothing out here. You get the occasional redneck back there. Oh, we got peanut butter and jellyfish sandwich. Bro, you should have seen the turtle I was diving with this morning. I mean, he was about the same size as I am. It was huge. Yeah. Every now and again, I get lucky. I come back here, bump into like a 6-foot shark. Big old bull shark back here 2 weeks ago. You can see her fin sticking out of the water. There's definitely a female. They give birth this time of year. And we get the big pregnant females coming back. They drop their pups in this shallow water where they're safe. Yeah. Let's see. Pick up one of these jellyfish. Willie Nelson gets impatient. Get this one up. Go. Nice and quiet. This is one of the things I do. I do kayak trips out of here and take people out. It's one of my 5 jobs. That's Willie Nelson. He's a little biter. He broke my finger the first week I got him. He bit me so hard. He don't bite as much anymore. see quite as well. You see them jellyfish down there? I got giant sea anemones over on the backside over there too. They're bright purple. Sea anemones on the bottom. Willie Nelson and I are just killing time. Some lady's supposed to rent a couple kayaks for me and hopefully do it soon, but I could think of worse ways to kill a little time though. Oh, we got sponges, man. I should get a GoPro or something so I could show y'all what's going on in the deep water. Was diving in 40 feet today, and man, it's crazy down there. Down on the bottom with all the big corals and the coral structures and shit. And yeah, you bump into big things, big turtles, sharks, stingrays, big fish. Yeah, we were diving today. I took the morning off and went and hopped on the boat, and we went out into the Atlantic and went looking for grouper. Yeah, I swear, like we got in the water in the first 5 minutes. Me and my buddy, we swam directly to the one coral head that had a big, like 30-pound grouper in it. And sure enough, I didn't react quick enough to get it. And that thing just skedaddled out of there. And it just like, it sits with you. Like, I still have memories of 6-7 years ago of a big grouper that I missed, that swam up to me, and like, for whatever reason, the shaft bounced off his gill plate or just whatever, something didn't have the bands all the way on the back shark fin. Whatever it is, it still sits in my brain. It's seared in my brain. Oh yeah, no one's flower. It's nice. It's perfect. Weather's just right. You see the sun. I don't like it when it drops below 70. And get below 70 and it's time for long pants, hoodies, winter jackets. Yeah, I don't know. The other day I popped out here. It's a sea turtle right here. Stingray. I don't know. Maybe if I get over into the glassy water, we'd be able to see something. Captain Willie Nelson. Boat dog. Florida's flat as fuck, man. I got a crappy old phone, man, so this ain't gonna do it any justice. But no, I can see an island right in between them two little points. I can see an island over there. That's 8 miles away. There's no way we can zoom in with this crappy phone, but yeah, it's all ocean, you know? Everything's sea level. The highest point anywhere around here is it's 12 feet above sea level, and that's just a mound of backfill. So it's like literally just a pile that somebody piled up after they dug a canal out, and they piled that up, and that's 12 feet above sea level, and that's the highest point that we got. Oh, you can see them little islands? Way out back there. 8 miles. That's where the Gulf of Mexico starts, out back that way. So in between here and there, it's only a couple feet deep, about 3 feet deep. But here's what's pretty wild. So check this out. So back there between them two islands, that's where the Gulf of Mexico is. But you see that little gap right over there? That little gap lets out into Niles Channel, which goes directly into the Atlantic Ocean. So this bay that we're sitting in right here, the tide will go up 3 feet. We get 3 feet of tide flux up and down. You see it on these trees over here. There's a little salt line where the tide go up and down. Now, back there in the Gulf of Mexico, 8 miles away, it goes up and down 4 feet. Now, when that goes up 4 feet, all that water come rushing through that little channel there, fills up this bay. Now, you see that little gap over there. That's where Niles Channel is and the Atlantic Ocean. Now, the Atlantic Ocean only goes up 1 foot. Only 1 foot, but it's all connected. It's connected right over there. It's connected right there. Now we only get 1 foot up and down over there, but we get 4 feet back there. We get 3 feet right here. And it's all on a different schedule. It come up and down about 4 or 5 hours apart. It'll work like a big bulge of water come out the Atlantic Ocean, go out over that way. And during that time, this water will be moving from that little gap over here. And at that time, the Gulf of Mexico is 4 feet down. It's all dry sandbars out there. And that bulge fills up and starts filling up all these bays. And then it'll start dumping out that way. So, you know, you want to tell me that the moon is controlling the tides. What's it say? Is it ever all sand at low tide? Yeah, at the Gulf of Mexico, though. You got to go them 8 miles back that way to where the Gulf of Mexico meets the shoreline of these little islands. And it's just all beautiful sandbars. I'm gonna head out there next couple days, and I'll take a video while my wife and I are out there. Y'all can see the content keys and the beautiful sandbars back there. But this stuff all back here, this is all called a hard bottom habitat. So let's see, we're starting to get into some sponges. You can see the little holes on the bottom, little sand mounds. You got a bunch of algae on a sponge right there. Here's another sponge structure. So the sponges and the soft corals And some of the bouldering corals, they have to attach to this hard bottom. So if you can hear that, it's a hard, firm bottom. It ain't mud, not a lot of seagrass. And that's where these sponge structures, like, see this right here? That's a loggerhead sponge. Here's another one. All right, can you see that little orange thing? Let's get over to some bigger ones. There's little coral heads that start growing here. Oh, can you see that? What do we got there? Great white heron. Great white heron coming in. Yeah, it is pretty. My wife and I are gonna go out back the next few days and try and get some more footage. I'm gonna stand up real quick. See if I can find some sharks. Neat sponges. There's a big loggerhead sponge. You see them all these sponges in here. Now, you see that orange golf ball thing? That's called a bouldering coral. And that's the coral that builds up the entirety of the reef. It just keeps growing. And it's just little here because this all drains out to where it's only a couple inches deep. But out where I was diving today, there's structures the size of a house. So that coral just keeps growing and growing, hundreds of years. And it creates a firm structure. There's a candelabra sponge. See that? Hold the camera up a bit high, like that. Is that better? Up high? Keep the glare off it. Fortunately, I can't make it happen, but there be sharks out here, man, in the shallow water sometimes. It's super cool. And they come skipping through here. Are they sharp? Do they cut your feet? Kind of depends. Yeah, the bottom here, it's hard, and it is kind of sharp and pointy. But, I don't wear shoes, so I can run around on it, no problem. But, if you got tender feet, it probably hurts you. I mean, I usually tell my clients to wear water shoes, But I ain't worn shoes since 2009. Can you see that sponge structure? It's orange. And I just got a paddleboard paddle. I just take it and I pull around like a gondola. You know, that allows me to stand up like this, and you know, when I'm paying attention and I ain't got a phone in my hand, I can spot all sorts of cool stuff. And you know, when I got clients, I'll find something and I'll chase it and get it to go over by their boat so they don't have to stand up. I'm just waiting for some lady to get back to her vacation rental so I can drop her off a couple kayaks and then I can go home for the day. I got probably about a 12-pound grouper at home to clean up. Not the biggest monster in the world, but it'll do. It's a good amount of meat. I'll share it with a couple people. Eat the whole thing too, you know, I cook the collars, cook the head, the cheeks, make fish head soup. Oh, I don't just cut the fillet and throw the rest away. Cook the whole thing. Sponge in the middle of that grass flat. Oh no, it's the best job in the world. I'm the luckiest motherfucker y'all ever meet. It's the truth. I tell that to everybody. Oh, here's one of them sea anemones. Hold up. Let me see if I can show you. Can you see the purple? It's kind of blocked by the grass, but that's called the Florida giant sea anemone. Let's see if I can get closer again. And sea anemones are cool. They're cnidarians. They're in the same family as these jellyfish. Sorry, wind's catching me. So these jellyfish are cnidarians, as are the sea anemones. Here we go. There he is. See him in the seagrass there. Nice purple color. And he got little stingers, little nematocysts in them tentacles, and he's catching little bits of plankton. Little teeny tiny baby fish. They eat sea anemones. Oh, that sounds gross to me. It's just, there's so much food to eat out here in this ocean. You got, you know, crustaceans is so abundant. There's mangrove snapper everywhere. And it's delicious and it's easy to catch and it's good to eat. But I don't know. I wouldn't eat these like gelatinous things. Here's another sea anemone. It's like a lighter color. But I get it like, you know, well, there's something called shifting baselines when it comes to coral. So if you were to hop in you know, at one of the patch reefs, like where I was diving this morning, and that's the first time you've ever seen coral, you would say, oh my God, it's beautiful, it's healthy. And it does, it looks great. You know, it's got a lot of color. There's a lot of live portions, there's structure, there's fish, there's soft corals, sea fans, sea whips, I mean, you name it. It looks good. But if you had seen that same area 10 years ago, you would understand that there is a decline in the diversity of the corals. So, yeah, yes, I have seen a decline. You know, the places where I dive, I used to see plate corals, used to see pillar corals, you know, a larger array of different kinds of coral would be growing. And now it's all relatively homogeneous. You see mostly just bouldering corals. You see a few different kinds. Brain corals, star corals, but you don't see that rich diversity of shapes like you used to. Yeah, I wish it was fake news too, but there is certainly a decline in the health of our oceans. There is no doubt about that. Um, I don't hop on with a lot of their mumbo jumbo, but there is one thing that there is no denying is that there is less diversity and less biomass in these waters. Now, it doesn't mean that there's nothing. There's animals and there's life out here, but it's not, it ain't jumping in your boat like it used to. In the forest too. Like coral skeletons, brought you back like the skeletons of coral or live coral. I mean, they used to just chop up live rock all the time and it wasn't no thing, but now you gotta have a permit. Yeah, there's definitely pollution. I mean, a lot of runoff. There's definitely, you know, like a lot of nitrogen coming from the farms on the mainland. Nitrogen, phosphorus coming out the freshwater rivers from the mainland, which, you know, all the water is connected. So, you know, whatever they're doing up in North Florida, Central Florida, it does affect us down here, even though, you know, we're not connected to the mainland. We're out on this archipelago, this island chain. Oh, here's a, let me see if we can see this guy. Oh, hell, do something. Okay. Dang. I have to get him on this side. Sorry, I'm getting tossed around. Hold up, I'm just gonna pop out and grab him. Give me 1 second. Okay. There, you see that snail down there? Oh, Willie, he's good, man. Willie's down for whatever. He just wants to be where I'm at. So let's see if this snail will move around for us. This is called a banded tulip snail. And it is one bad motherfucker as far as snails go. Now, these guys, highly carnivorous, highly cannibalistic. And if you could see him moving about, now he's hunting. Now that little area where it comes to a point, right at the, it looks almost like a, oh, he's got it dug in the mud. But to the left of the snail there, it comes to a little point, and that's called the siphon. And that is where the snail's sensory organs are. It's where it like smell, taste, and detects prey. And if he gets it up out of the mud, it looks like an elephant trunk. And you watch him move that thing around and he'll be hunting. They move pretty quick. And they're looking for other snails. So he's driving around here in the mud looking for another snail, and when he finds it, boy, he's gonna mess him up. He's gonna eat it. Yeah, these guys, they are mean. And let me see if I can pick them up. Here we go. So, this right here, that's the siphon. And you can see the body, the foot right there. This little hard piece there, that's called the operculum. Now, that's what most snails, you know, they'd be sucked up into their shell and hiding with that operculum to get away from whatever picked them up. But these guys, they don't care. Now they come right out of the shell, and I see him, he's starting to stand straight up. And you might be able to see his little eye stalks. You got little eye stalks right there. And look at him, he just stands straight up. Yeah, that's the siphon. Right there. Right there, siphon. And yeah, he's gripping onto me. Fortunately, he ain't biting me. They got a little spiked tongue called a radula. And different snails have different kinds of radula. Some of them have like an auger that they'll drill into the shell of another snail, inject digestive juices. Other ones have like a little bony tongue that they use to scrape. Can you guess what kind this guy has? Let's see. Look at how quick he turned himself over. No, he's gonna make a liar out of me. Just sit there. Yeah, let me help him out. I flip him back over. Might have spooked him a little bit. Sorry, buddy. Now, those are called banded tulip snails. Right here, let's see. As long as I'm in this shallow area, let me grab one of these jellies. Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay, so this is the Cassiopeia jellyfish. Now check it. If I flip them over, you got the bell and you got the tentacles hanging down, right? I mean, that looks like your standard jelly. But you see how it's going to flip itself over. It's going to put its tentacles up facing the sun. Now, the reason they do that is, you see the color, like the amber color in the tentacles here? That there is algae. It's a zooxanthal algae. It's that same kind of algae that gives coral its color. So like, you know, if you've heard of the coral bleaching, when it gets too hot, too acidic or whatever, and you know, the algae dies in the tissue of the coral and it becomes white. these jellyfish, they got that same algae living in their tissue, and they doing the same thing. They're sitting upside down, letting the sunlight hit that algae and photosynthesize, and they're taking that. Yeah, cauliflower. Shit, it do look like cauliflower, like a snowflake or Queen Anne's lace. He babysitting Laura. Okay. Sorry, Willie. Get the mud off of my foot. Stand back up. Go on your seat, buddy. Let's see if we find a shark. Ooh, look at that anemone. Pretty, kind of an orange color. Pinkish. There used to be a bridge right over there, that gap. Used to be a bridge, but it was awesome. It was like a rickety old bridge. Never anybody on it. You had to climb to get up onto it. You know, it wasn't like a ADA compliant bridge. It was just a rickety old thing. But I used to go sit on that bridge and watch the sunset. But I don't know if you can see. There's a piece of it there now. It was the hurricane in 2017 just destroyed it, picked it up, threw it all over the place. There are pieces of it everywhere. Oh, you should see when the sky gets orange and all these ripples reflecting that orange color. It just looks like it's the most beautiful thing. Yeah, I love the sunsets out here, the moon rises. So my wife and I are going to try and take the boat out for the moonrise tonight. Let's see if I can get home at a reasonable hour. Go jump on the boat and watch the moon come up over the water. Where are my sharks? Willie Nelson knows how to get around. Oh, see that green heron? A little mangrove chicken. Smart little bastards. I sometimes will get them to like not follow me, but they'll go right in front of me. because as I'm paddling around, I'll scare little schools of fish. You know, and the schools of fish will run away from me, and like they go running towards that tree, and then little green herons will sit there and catch the fish that I spooked over towards him. And then he'll get up and he'll fly over there, and he'll sit over there and catch another fish over there. Tiny little brain. Does Willie spot things? Not really. You would think. But he got too much hair covering his eyes, and he don't let me cut his hair. I mean, I do cut his hair, but you know, then he bites me. So it's like, how much do I want to put up with getting bit? Is how much he gets his hair cut. He likes to pretend to be tough. And when he does clamp down, he can get a little good bite on you, but I take him to the dog park and he go running away from any dog that stands their ground to him. He caught that little needlefish. It's a little long, skinny, guard-like fish. Ooh, there goes another one, making ripples. Oh, here's another snail over there. Is this Florida? Yeah, this is Summerland Key, Florida. This is in the lower Keys, but out away from Key West. Right now I'm about 25 miles outside of Key West. So all the way down at the end, but this is all National Wildlife Refuge. So limited development, and you know, not a whole lot of stores or restaurants or none of that crap, or just like some residential areas, a few necessities, and a handful of rednecks like myself. And there's certainly, you know, some multi-million-dollar homes all over the place too. It's a pretty area. It's tough. It's tough to live here. I mean, it ain't tough if, you know, you got a ton of money and you can just stay at your nice home and stuff. But I mean, to try and come up here from nothing it's been tough. But I find it to be worthwhile. I like what I do every day. I'm in a nice little protected cut here. And I'm scraping the bottom. Like about a couple inches of water. Dead low tide. So, you know, it'd be cool is at night with this, pissed off a heron. At night with this dead low tide like this, there'll be bioluminescent algae in this water. It'll light up. It looks like a bunch of fireflies or circuit boards, or Just like glowing soup in the water. It's really neat. And it's usually very pronounced when you have a low tide and a full moon. Come on, sharky sharks. There's usually some sharks in this little nook. Some little fish. When I was diving this morning, those are all Mohara fish. I don't know if you could see all them little things swimming away. There was just a parade. Must have been hundreds on hundreds of them coming. And as I'm diving, I'm swimming towards them. I'm like, oh shit, there's going to be a shark at the back end of that parade. Yeah, it's usually how it goes down. You get a big line of fish coming flying at you. There's usually a shark that they are all. The little fish will follow the shark around. You know, like the shark will be the pilot. And all the little fish will just chase that shark about, and when the shark eats something, you know, they make a mess. They tear it to shreds, and oh, let's take a look at this crab. Ooh, there. Arr, Zach. Let's see, you want to see a decorator crab? First of all, can you see him? He's tucked away, or maybe a she. I'll let you know once I pick her up. Let me scoot back a little bit and I'll grab her. Yeah, that's a female. Willie, she pinch you. She'll pinch you, Willie. Watch out. She'll get you. Ooh. Willie, she'll get you. She'll get you. So, these are really neat. Let me just get her secured. Okay. So, Willie, she gonna get you. Let me get it. You see that grass sticking off of the back of her shell there? The top of her carapace? Now, she has actually woven that grass into little hairs on the top of her shell. So she's in the decorator class of crab. And if you could see that, see all them little bits of grass? We got actually some green grass growing right in the top of her shell there. And she got mud too. So these crabs will camouflage themselves by weaving whatever they can find. Now, I've found them not with just grass, but also sea anemones, sponge bits, you name it. Now, let's see her little claws. Now, you see them little claws? They're real skinny right now. She is an algal grazer, and she will take, if you saw where I had the jellyfish, she will actually take the jellyfish and she'll use these little scissors here to trim the algae out of the jellyfish. And she'll eat that algae up. Now again, I can tell it's a female. You see that big round, it's called an apron on the bottom right there? That's where her egg pouch will come out of. So that'll actually, that'll open up and she get an egg pouch in there. Willie should get you. Should get you. Neat animals, and that's a pretty good specimen as far as actually having some decoration going on for a decorator. So it can weave, yeah. It clips that seagrass. Here, let me see if I can show you. Yeah. Her claw is double jointed, and she can reach the top of her shell, so she can reach back there and poke that grass and weave it into them little hairs back there. So, not all crabs can reach. Willie, leave it, buddy. Leave it. She'll get you. She'll get you. All right, we're gonna let her go back home. There you go, sweetie. There she is. It's a species of spider crab. But oh, that's why it's fun to come back here at the low tides, because that's when you can just see everything, you know. Couple feet. Oh, got a freebie, Dizzy. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this is super low tide. You know, you can see everything. You see the fire sponge there, bright orange. It's an encrusting sponge. It like grows on other sponges. And you see the little mangroves growing right there. That's the little baby mangroves. Just starting life out. Ooh, I heard a splash. A lot of sponge structure back here. Switch hands. Oh, thank you, Forever Love. I'm happy to have y'all. This is you know, this is what keeps me going every day. This is what I love to do. Be out here. No people. No noise. And it gets like really magical as the sun goes down and the moon come up. It gets dark and the colors change, and it's just quiet, and then you hear the sharks splashing around, and you hear the turtles coming up for a breath of air. You hear the porpoise off in the distance. Watch out for them porpoise, though. I don't play with porpoise. Let's see, can you see all them fish? Big school of fish right by the trees. Can you see them all? See them all running away? Oop, sorry, Willie, I scared you. Oh, little Sergeant Major. All right, buddy. Let me see. What's in there? Something splashing. Let's see right here. You see that angelfish. See the purples and the blues on it. And then you see them round things with like little dots, look almost like a golf ball. Bunch of little round balls there. Sorry, let me get situated. Sorry, okay. Here we go. You saw the fish? All right. The little system right there. Now this is just like a microcosm. You know, I go out diving and there's huge caves like that. And there's big fish hiding in there, you know, a big grouper, big Goliath grouper. I rolled up on like a 50-pound Goliath grouper today, and that's a little one, as a baby. But he come bursting out of that hole and just scared the heck out of me. But here's your seagrass. Back to your hard bottom. Chasing them little fishes around. You can see them little orange balls everywhere. Now that's coral. That's called star coral. Now these just little ones. Oh, snap. Okay. Well, it looks like that lady that I was killing time for is trying to get a hold of me. So I guess I gotta go back to work. Back to work, Chris. It looks like I'm tying up my connection streaming, but hey man, it was really nice to have y'all come on a paddle with me. Real happy to share this place. That's, you know, one of the things I do is I share it with people, and I get paid for it, and it's, like I said, I'm the luckiest mo you'll ever meet. I get to do something that I would do for free, you know, and get paid for it. But I gotta get scooting back to the truck and go deliver these kayaks to some lady. And maybe my wife and I go take the boat out. If you can see the little fishes jumping. All right, y'all. Hey, it was a blessing to hang with you. Love you guys. I know I'll see y'all around. Oh, this one, yeah. I'll see y'all around. Yeah, I see a lot of yous, you know, several times a week. Later, guys.